Hi, I'm Maombi Nyiransingizwa. I'm here to present about the project called Global Health Rally. I'm using the prayer audio in order to help me to ask different questions. I'm ready to answer those questions. Let's start to the first question.
Global health seems to be in the news more and more in recent years. Talk about what global health is and why it's important to pay attention to it.
Yes, global health is an area for learning, assessment, and arrangement that puts an eye on improving health and achieving equity in health for all individuals around the world. About important, they encourage countries to work together to share information about known disease and public health events of international concern. It's important to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to live a happy, healthy life. When people can live a healthy life, they are better able to take part in society. Good health allow children to go to school and receive the education they need. Actually, putting the national resource into a healthcare to help provide access to clean, safe water. Also, the rapid identification and control emergency infection disease help, for instance, promote health abroad, prevent the international spread of disease, promote the health of United States. Global health have many objectives: reduce risk factor for chronic disease, increase awareness and understanding of the influence of diet and physical activity, develop strength and implement globally regional national policy and action plan to improve diet, monetary science, and promote research on diet and physical activity. Let's move to the second question.
Disease can come to us in different ways. Explain the difference between communicable and non-communicable disease.
Let's start to communicable disease. Communicable disease are those diseases which can be transferred from one individual to another, should be transmitted by using water, air, and other objectives. For instance, IDC, coronavirus, malaria. In addition, communicable disease can be inherited from one generation to another. On the other hand, non-communicable disease are diseases which are not transmitted from one to another person. For instance, allergy, heart disease, to add-on non-communicable disease can be inherited from one generation to another. Moving to the third question.
Let's talk about Ebola, since I'm sure most of our viewers have heard a lot about that. What is it? Is it communicable or non-communicable? How do people get it?
Ebola infection is a honest regularly diet condition in people and in non-human primary. This means that the infection is transmitted by direct contact with the blood, body fluid, and tissue of infection animal or people. Ebola have the symptom and sign. When you attacked or know that people are attacked with Ebola, you can have fever, headache, weakness, diarrhea, vomiting, stomach. Lastly is lack of appetite. Is Ebola communicable or non-communicable? For sure, Ebola is contagious. The virus spreads through direct contact. This means that Ebola is mostly communicable disease. This means that Ebola can be transferred from one individual to another. When a people died from Ebola, the people body has the high concentration of the virus both a few days before and after the death. How do people get it? Ebola is not spread. Ebola, for instance, directly if you touch the body of someone who has symptoms, body that are directly, it is very easy to attack Ebola. Again, if you clean the body that have the fruit like vomiting, urine, blood, even touching the clothes that are not cleaned, the virus can be transmitted with you. When you have the sex with someone who have that virus without using a condom, this virus can be affected your body also. If you touch the equipment that medical use without cleaning, it can be affected your body. Let's move to the fourth question.
What would raise a person's risk of getting Ebola?
Yes, your risk of contracting Ebola is very low unless you visit an area where it is widespread. Travel to one country if you visit or work where Ebola virus visit outbreak have country. Provide medical or person care. Family members are often infected or their care for sick relatives. Prepare people for barrier. Let's move to the fifth question.
So, to prevent or at least lessen the chance of getting Ebola, what should people do?
People should avoid the area of knowing outbreak, wash your hand frequently, avoid bushmeat, avoid contact with infected people. Don't handle remain the body of people who have died of Ebola virus. It can be still contagious. Sixth question.
Outbreaks such as the one related to Ebola can generate a lot of rumors and misinformation, and even panic about what the disease is, how it is transmitted, and how likely people are to get it. Talk about the need for educating people about facts versus myths.
Many people should know that Ebola is not real. Ebola is a politically motivated disease spread by NGO. Government have fabricated the Ebola scare to deflect attention from standard and populate rebellion provide. If you go into a clinic, you will be given an injection to spread your disease. Ebola can be cured by home remedies like a mixture of hot chocolate, coffee milk, raw or onion and sugar. Ebola can be treated at home. Ebola is a death sentence. Moving to the seventh question.
How about the complications that Ebola raises for the rights of travelers and the responsibilities of governments? Casey Hickox, for example, a nurse from Maine who returned to the States following a trip to West Africa in the fall of 2014, promptly had quarantine-related restrictions thrust upon her, restrictions that she was very much against. Briefly describe the difficulty of balancing individual rights and governmental responsibility.
First, balancing individual rights are those civil liberty or freedom that people are allowed to do or to work on itself. Individual rights are not only the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They are also refer to the freedom of speech, religion, normally. Secondary is government responsibility. Legislative and applying laws, maintaining law and order, providing monetary system, transfer of technology, provision of basic infrastructure. Again, they are the right of state to pass and regulate parental law has also been recognized. Let's move to the eighth question.
Let's talk about smoking and tobacco use, which is considered a big world health problem and raises similar issues to Ebola in terms of rights and responsibilities. Just about everyone knows that smoking harms health. What does it do to the body?
Effect of smoking of the body, there are irritation and inflammation of the stomach and intestine, increasing risk of pain unless long digesting, high risk of blindness, gum disease. Again, they are affecting of smoking of respiration system. Effect of smoking on immune system, like lower level of protecting effect of smoking in the musculoskeletal system, effect of smoking on the sexual organ. Moving to the ninth question.
What about secondhand smoke? Explain what that is and how it affects people.
Yeah, secondhand smoke is more smoke from burning tobacco products such as cigarettes, cigar, or paper. Secondhand also is a smoke that has been excreted, breathed out by the person smoking. Also affect people by causing heart attack. It contains hundreds of chemicals to be toxicoseconds. Even brief second smoke communicable can damage cell in a way that see the cancer process in motion. Let's move to the last question.
People don't typically think of tobacco as a drug like heroin or cocaine, but the addiction it creates is strong, isn't it? Shouldn't we think of tobacco use as a form of substance abuse?
Yeah, tobacco products contain the addicting drugs nicotine as well as many other toxic chemicals. Smokeless tobacco is not a safe directory to cigarette smoking. Nicotine in tobacco is a powerful addicting substance with multiple physiology and physiological effects. Thank you.